Yo, today I'm going to be making a video that's a long time in the making. In fact, it's one of the most common questions that I get either on my stream or in my social media DMs. It's finally here. I'm going to be ranking every single sneak flavor. First, I'm going to go into their ingredients, and then I'm going to go into my rankings of their flavors, starting from my least favorite to what I would consider as the best. Now, they were generous enough to send me every flavor that they sell, including some that they don't sell anymore because they were limited releases. So that's very gracious. Thank you very much, Sneak. But I was not paid to make this video. I do have a Sneak Elite referral code, but that's something that you could sign up for as well. But when people use it, I get points that I can exchange for store credit. Usually I give those points away on my stream. So if you haven't stopped by there, make sure and do that because I do it pretty often. They were also kind enough to do a giveaway for this video, so stick around and learn how to enter that. If you haven't already watched my 2 big energy drink videos, then make sure to do that first because there's a lot of information that I've gone over in those videos and I'm not going to keep repeating it each time. There's a part 1 and there's a part 2. You can use the chapters in this video to refer to the info that you need, but if you want to support the channel, then just give it one good view from start to finish. Maybe like it, leave a comment, and if you find it helpful, then go ahead and subscribe. If you don't find it helpful, then I'm sorry. Sneak was my favorite choice when I did my first gaming energy drink video, and in my second video, they shared that #1 spot with another brand, Advance. Now, they were one of the first brands that I learned about that had a transparent label, meaning they told you exactly what they put into their powder, as well as how much. And this is important because without knowing how much of each ingredient is in the drink, then you can't know for sure that there's enough of those ingredients to actually make a difference. You following me? Sneak has a relatively simple list of ingredients, and they meet the recommended dosages for most of them, not all of them. I have their ingredients on screen right now with the amounts found in 1 serving, the amount required to potentially see benefits, followed by a brief description of what each ingredient does. Now, usually when I drink Sneak, I do 2 servings, and I definitely feel a boost of energy when I do that, but the important thing is that I don't really feel jitters or an upset stomach. I do think, though, that their price is a little high when you consider how simple their ingredients are. They aren't really breaking the mold in terms of ingredients like some other brands, so a price point that matches a brand with objectively better ingredients seems a little weird and I think a little overpriced. They are one of the very few brands that do not use artificial coloring, and that's awesome. But they use maltodextrin, and the maltodextrin is probably the biggest downside to Sneak. Now, that means that you're not gonna wanna use this if you are fasting or if your blood sugar is something that you're worried about, or if you're on a diet like keto. This drink, just like every other gaming energy drink that I've tried, does not have any sugar. It uses artificial sweetener. But it doesn't matter if you have maltodextrin in there because your body is going to treat that maltodextrin kind of like sugar. It's gonna increase your blood sugar, your glucose. It's effectively like you're having sugar according to your metabolism. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, like I said, watch the Gaming Energy Drink Part 2, because that's where I talk about it. In my opinion, the powder mixes well, but I have noticed that the last few sips can be a little chalky, and you might notice something at the bottom of the cup. Most of the time, I would say in my experience, that little bit that's at the bottom of the cup thankfully stays at the bottom of the cup. A single serving of Sneak is going to have 150 milligrams of caffeine, and the directions say to mix it in 10 to 12 ounces of water. Currently, a tub of Sneak is $40 in the US, and it comes with 40 servings. When you mix it in 10 to 12 ounces of water, you're getting 15 to 12 milligrams of caffeine per ounce. There's 6,000 milligrams of caffeine in a tub, which means that per dollar you're getting 150 milligrams of caffeine. Each scoop or serving is gonna cost you $1. When you use 1.33 servings, you're gonna get 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is usually the recommended dosage of caffeine, and a 2-serving drink would cost $1.33. I can tell you right now that Sneak is going to rank #1 when it comes to flavors. They have some of my favorite flavors of any brand that I've tried, and I've tried a lot of brands by now. Now, I am personally someone who likes really strong, sweet flavors, and I really love sour flavors as well. And if you don't like those things, then let me just stop you right now. I can save you a lot of time. Don't watch the rest of this video. Every flavor of Sneak is strong, sweet, and a lot of them are kind of sour. If that's not your style, then Sneak is not the brand for you. My least favorite flavor, and the only one that I can actually say that I dislike dislike is stealth. It's hard to explain what it tastes like because strangely, every sip seems to taste different, kind of has like a herbal medicinal flavor, and that kind of clashes with the sweetness of it. One of the frustrating things with Sneak's flavors is a lot of them have names with no real description of the flavor. If you go to their website and look at this flavor, they talk about how top secret the flavor is, and that's cool and all, but kind of hard to commit to the price of a full tub when you don't even know what flavor you're getting. I mean, I love the branding of it, but just tell me what flavor it is, please. Purple Storm is next on the list, and it's another weird one. You see the word purple, and your first guess is grape, but it's not grape, but maybe has a little grape to it, but it's kind of hard to describe what it is exactly. Almost like a custard or creamy sweet flavor, or like a bubblegum grape flavor. It's interesting and it's good, but it wouldn't be my first recommendation. Cherry Bomb is what you'd expect from the name. You see how easy that is? It's called cherry. Tastes like cherry. It's a strong sweet cherry flavor with a slight sourness to it. The only reason I rank it lower on the list is because I'm not crazy about cherry. But if you're a big cherry fan, this would be a good choice. I just think that I might have been scarred for life after growing up with all that cherry flavored medicine. I don't know if I'm the only one. This next flavor is a limited release and is no longer available. It was offered as a Black Friday release in 2020, so if you didn't get it then, you most likely missed your chance. The flavor is called Blankberry, and it has some of the coolest branding and label design that I've ever seen. This doesn't affect the flavor, of course, but this is one of the things that Sneak does extremely well. They make their product feel like some sort of hype beast collectible item with really cool designs and cool merch, and this is both a pro and con in my eyes. It's a cool way to drop a product, but it feels bad when you miss out. It feels extra bad if you love the flavor and know that you can't ever get it again. Luckily, that's not the case with Blankberry, as I thought it was just all right. The flavor has a fruity sweetness to it with a very strange aftertaste. It's kind of hard to describe, and someone online said that it was similar to elderberries, but I've never tried that. Google tells me that they're a tart and earthy flavor, which kind of lines up with how I would describe this. Overall, it's not a bad flavor, but if you missed out on it, I don't think that you should be too bummed about it. The tub and shaker, however, are top-notch branding. They are so cool looking. The next flavor is Blackout, and it's another special limited release dropped on Black Friday the year before Blankberry, I'm pretty sure. This one is frustratingly another difficult flavor to describe. Are you seeing a trend yet? This one doesn't have the same awesome branding, but the color of the drink definitely surprised me. This is another hard to describe, kind of fruity, sweet flavor with no immediate flavor that stands out to me. It has less of the earthy, herbal taste that Blankberry has, and so I ranked it a little bit higher, but similar to Blankberry, I don't think that you should be too bummed if you missed out on this one. Millions Bubblegum is next up, and I was surprised that I like this one so much. I'm not a huge fan of bubblegum flavors, but this is the best version of bubblegum that I've ever tried. I still haven't tried the British candy that's supposed to taste like, but they have said that this is an official flavor collab, so the taste is apparently spot on to the candy. Now, if this makes sense, then you're gonna get it, but this is definitely a blue bubblegum flavor, not a pink bubblegum flavor. You see what I'm saying? Strawberry watermelon was a flavor that I expected to love, but it fell a bit short of my expectations the first time that I tried it. But the first time I tried it from one of their flavor sample packs. When I tried it from an actual tub, I actually had a completely different opinion, and this was a little interesting to me as I didn't expect that the samples were going to taste very different from the tubs. I won't say that this is a fact, but it may be something to consider. I found the tub to have stronger flavors than the pack, and the watermelon really cut through to the front. This one, like most all of their flavors, was strong and sweet with a slight sourness to it, but I feel like sour is a bad description. Maybe the word is tart. Maybe that's better. I really like this one. Tropkilla was the first flavor of theirs that I tried, and I've always really loved it. Tropical vibes all around with the flavors of coconut, pineapple, and mango. If I was gonna try any of these with some alcohol, it would probably be this one. It also makes for a very tasty popsicle if you saw that video. The flavor is great for people who don't want sour and don't want the typical fruit punch style flavors that are most common with these types of drinks. Next up is another flavor from the Millions collaboration, Millions Strawberry. This is going to be a solid sweet strawberry flavor with a slight candy element to it. I like this one so much because it's a more straightforward taste that I feel like I can drink often without getting tired of it, or without having to be in the mood for a unique flavor. It's a good everyday flavor because it's simplicity, which is why I ranked it so high. Okay, next up, we have a tie for second place. It's hard to pick one of these as better than the other because I love them both so much. Sour apple and blue raspberry. Either one would be a fantastic choice. If you have ever had blue raspberry flavored drinks, then the Sneak Blue Raspberry may be one of the best versions of that flavor that you're ever gonna try. It's a strong, sweet, tart, blue flavor. It masks the flavor of artificial sweetener really well, and I've been told that it's similar to a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. I just haven't had one of those before. It's another great everyday flavor, and I can't recommend it enough. Sour apple is a flavor that I've done an entire video of, and when I shared my thoughts on it, it was after my first taste, and I thought it was good, I just didn't feel like it blew me away. Well, many servings later, it has just gotten better and better. The sour element is very present without being acidic, and the apple portion of it is very similar to a green apple Jolly Rancher or just a general apple candy. It may not be everyone's favorite because of the sourness, but for me, it's exactly what I like. All right, I know that I said that those two flavors were tied for second place, but it would also be fair to say that blue raspberry and sour apple are actually tied for first. And the reason that I say this is because my number one flavor, annoyingly, is a limited release flavor called Blizzard. Now, this flavor, to my knowledge, was released a year ago as a limited flavor and then was brought back after people begged them to release it again. I have no idea what the hell is in this drink to make it look like this. It's like legit mesmerizing, and I never thought that I would use the word beautiful to describe a drink, but look at that. However, I can confirm that it does not look like that when it comes out of your body. Nothing sparkles. Okay, so if you ask me my favorite drink of all time, I'm gonna just be lame and say that I love water, but I genuinely do love water. Favorite soda, I would say root beer. Favorite beer, I would say stouts and IPAs, hazy IPAs. But my favorite juice is gonna be lemonade. And do you wanna guess what this flavor tastes like? Lemonade. And not a weak-ass powdered artificial tasting lemonade. This is a strong, sweet, tart lemonade with no real artificial sweetener aftertaste. This is probably one of my favorite flavors of any drink that I've tried so far. Since trying this flavor for the first time, I've pretty much drank it every single day, and this is a problem because it's not a regular flavor in their lineup, and right now it's sold out. Or at least I think it is. If it's not sold out, if you go to the website right now and it's in stock, I don't know if it will be by the time this video posts, then you need to buy it, like right now. It's also unavailable in the EU due to Brexit, but I think that when they clear that up, they're gonna be able to ship out to EU like normal. If you're in the UK, I know that it's in stock for now. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully when you watch this video, it's in stock. But I almost don't even want to tell you to buy it because you're gonna love it and then you're gonna be bummed when you finish the tub and you can't get another one. Sneak is still at the top of my list in terms of my top recommendations for these kinds of drinks. Their flavors are so good and they're in line with what I like in my drinks, strong, sweet, sour. In my eyes, Sneak is number one in terms of flavor. Also, their merchandising and branding is top notch, which gives them this kind of cool factor that draws people in and turns their product into more of a lifestyle thing rather than just a gaming energy drink brand. They do that really well with these limited releases. Now, if that's what you're looking for, then I don't think you need me to convince you to buy Sneak. But if you're on the fence, then check out the link below and enter the giveaway for a chance to win some for free. The giveaway is gonna run for the first 24 hours of this video going live. So if you're watching this after that time, well then, I don't know what to tell you. I don't wanna be that guy that says I told you so, but maybe this is a good time. This is the world telling you that you should be subscribing to this channel so that you don't miss the next one, because I plan on doing a lot more giveaways. So until the next time, peace! I got a little outside. That kind of hurt. Okay, I didn't get to finish the whole bottle of water, but that was pretty close.